Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As I say on every segment this morning, next week will be our 19th anniversary on the air as we close into almost 500 shows here on ESPN 790 in Memphis, and all you folks out in Brownsville on 1520 AM, 95.3 FM. And, of course, Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. This is first Saturday. We've finally made it to August, and that means that
it doesn't seem like it should be August.
Well, I wished it was September, but
it must be August because I'm on the radio.
You are on the radio with me, Dave Gabbert, as you normally are on the first Saturday. Of course, Gene Smith from way out in North Memphis, the Raleigh area, is on with us too. Good morning to you, Gene. Thank you for being part of today's show. And, I get a lot of interesting emails and requests and things along that I think are worthy of a show segment. We don't just talk for 90 minutes here in the fastest 90 minutes in the outdoor radio program. We try to break it down, and a lot of folks are really fascinated by trail cameras. Okay, this is probably the electronic world has. Not just a hunting capacity. This is people who just want to watch critters, whatever it might be. And I got a press release recently out of Lewisburg, Kentucky, from Covert Scouting Cameras. And this is not your grandfather's trail camera. And so I wanted to talk about this on Outdoors with Larry Ray today. And we're happy to have Kimber Odell. She is the sales manager for Covert Scouting Cameras. Good morning, Kimber.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us. Let's talk about the company itself. This is really a kind of not a huge company and everything like that, but talk about the company.
Well, the company started back in 2008. I've been with the company since 2009. It was actually started in a garage here in Lewisburg, Kentucky, and right now we've grown for sure, but we're now still in Lewisburg. And Paradigm Outdoors purchased us last July.
And that's Lewisburg. Is for the folks who wonder where that might be, is near where?
Russellville, close to Bowling Green.
Okay, close to Bowling Green. Not that far from Memphis when you start thinking about it. And the name for the company, Covert.
It started out with just because it's a covert product, so it's something you don't want to be able to be seen.
And that's
where he come up with the name there.
And it's pretty cool. And you guys have the trail camera technology. Talk about where it started, and you've come now with the new AW1 wireless scouting camera. So
yes, sir.
Talk about the evolution.
So
talk about the evolution of the trail camera.
Well, it first started. Back when I first started with the company back in 2009, we only had two different models.
Yeah.
It was a camera that used a SD card, similar to what we still do today, but you actually had to go out and check the cameras. You had to program it with a little remote that you programmed into or plugged into the camera.
Been there, done that.
Have remote.
Yeah, been there, done that. So we've all started there, and your technology now. Talk about this new wireless scouting camera.
The new wireless one, everything is done directly from your app on your phone. So there's no display screen on the camera now on the AW1. So everything is done directly from that phone. So once you've set it up how you want on the app, the camera takes pictures and sends it directly to your app, and then even 5-second videos now.
Dave, you hearing this? I mean,
the technology is great. Some of our guys been using the similar technology in hog trapping.
In hog trapping, okay, yeah.
Where they set the trap, the wire enclosures up and trap. So when something triggers it in the middle of the night, they just look on their smartphone and see what's in the pen. It could be a deer, it could be hogs.
Well, this is pretty amazing, Kimber. I know the two models. So what's the difference in the two models?
The only difference in the AW1A and the AW1B is one's AT&T and one's Verizon.
Okay, did y'all hear that now? Because you do have a hookup with your phone provider here to do this, and you also have the 6 inches. I was looking at this. Says the measurements here. The compact 6 inches tall by 4 3/4 inches wide by 3.5 inches deep. It features a pipe through a security port, camouflage housing, reinforced tripod mount that's perfect for use with the 360 camera mount. So this is not as complicated to use as you may think, right, Kimber?
No, sir. It's super small. I mean, it's like you said, it's only 5, 6 inches tall. It's very easily to be hid. People use it for security. People use it for hunting.
Yeah.
And for both deer and hogs. But it's a really good camera. It takes really good pictures. And
I've heard
like you said, the technology definitely has changed.
I mean, it takes unbelievable pictures from what I used to be, and gives the time, the date, the temperature, the moon phase, and so how do you? It works off what? Eight AA batteries, right? It's got
yes, sir.
8 AA batteries. So talk about how it works. I mean, because you got to have the phone app. So talk about that. I mean,
you do have to have the app. So on your phone, you download the Covert Wireless app, and it doesn't matter who your cell phone provider is. It's just where you're going to put that camera. Do you have better service with AT&T or do you have better service with Verizon?
Yes.
That's going to be what determines which camera you buy.
Yeah.
All the plans go directly through Covert. We have shared plans. So the most popular plan we have is the 5,000 pictures a month.
5,000 pictures a month. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it only costs you $7.99 a month for your first camera. Each additional camera that you add to that will cost you an extra $5 to share that 5,000 pictures.
Okay, Dave, you're getting this. I mean, I just got into trail cameras, and I'm already out of date. It doesn't. It doesn't. When I hear Kimber giving this information, folks out there, and this is not. She mentioned, security things along that camera. This doesn't necessarily have to be used for hunting or any other thing. It can be used just to have fun with, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, so what's the most unusual thing you've ever seen on the camera?
We've seen quite a bit.
What you got? I mean, you haven't seen a cougar or a panther, have you? Okay, we just want to make sure. No, you haven't got Bigfoot yet. So
not yet, not quite.
Well, that's close. They say there's something around Bowling Green about that and everything. But
well, that's what they say. I've never seen him.
You've never seen it? Okay. So what's the cost of this camera?
It retails at $299.
All right, retails at $299. Now you guys are really in the technology sides of this. Are there other people trying to do what you're doing? I mean, you guys.
There are. We do have some competitors for sure.
But you stay on top of this. So technology, where are we going with this? That's what I'm wanting to know. You got things up?
Well, we're always working on new things. I'm not real sure where we're going to end up in the next 5 years, but I know we're continuing to improve all the cameras year to year.
Yeah, and so how many cameras do y'all sell? I mean, what's the difference besides these? I mean, you've got
model wise. Shoot, I would say we probably have around 15 different models now.
15 different models. Okay. All right. Dave, I know you live in the country. Gene, you live in the city. A trail camera. I've got a friend that he must have 5 of them. He's got them all over the place. Got another one that's sitting there watching his feeder as the deer come in and everything. And you talked about the hogs. This is that's security camera for me when you talk about trying to find hogs, right, Dave?
Yeah, well, if you and when you live out in the country, it could be used as a security camera.
Well, I mean, it's wireless, so I mean,
yeah, it's wireless,
But the name itself, all right now, I'm big on names now, Kimber. I know that, and I look and you calling this thing the AW1. I mean, where did that name come from?
All that stands for is the App Wireless camera, and it's just the first model.
There you go. Okay, y'all hear that, folks?
Pretty simple.
It's a micro format wireless scouting camera, which is what it is. And even I was looking at it and I said, well, I wonder what AW stands for. Well, there it is. She just said it is. And again, we're talking to Kimber Odell, sales manager for Covert Scouting Cameras out of Lewisburg, Kentucky. And Kimber, I know, are there places? How does one get involved and buy one of these cameras? Are you online? Give us some information about how to get in touch with you.
We are. You can find us online. You can find us at dealers, and including some of your box store stores, which is Dick's and Bass Pro.
Yes.
Places like that will also have them.
Yeah, I saw them at Dick's. I was in there looking at, and I saw them in there. Of course, the name stands out and everything like that. Kimber, thank you for being with us this morning and on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Very interesting, folks. Stay up with this. She's been involved with the company for a long time, and it's called Covert Scouting Cameras out of Lewisburg, Kentucky. Kimber, thank you very much. I may get back in touch with you, girl, once I figure this thing all out, okay? So.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Have a great morning.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yes, sir, you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Kimber Odell, we got a couple of minutes here. Dave, I'm just blown away, by the...
Oh, yeah, the technology. I was talking to a friend of mine I shoot with, and his son is finishing his graduate level degrees over at the University of Arkansas.
Good place.
In the ag part, and they've been working on stuff now, in the agribusiness. They have, spray coops out there running along that with the cameras and the computers that identify the separate weeds.
Separate weeds. They can tell which weed is.
Some, you identify them and then just direct the herbicide to the weed itself. You don't have to spray the whole field.
Oh, my. Man, put that on the prop plane. Put that on the crop duster. All right, Gene Smith, we've got to close out this segment. You got another one? Gene? Have we lost Gene?
We have lost Gene. Maybe he's gone covert. He's
gone covert. We'll get one when we start the next segment. All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back, try to find Gene Smith. He's gone covert. Get the cameras out and everything else. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.